Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in or catching a replay. I am Rebecca, a digital mompreneur of three beautiful girls from Singapore and owner of my page, Rebecca So. Welcome once again, and I'm really excited to share with all of you this new live series, Inspiring People, Inspiring Stories. Now, everyone has a story, and you will get to hear real life stories of how ordinary people like you and I are able to step into the digital world and own our very own business with the help of an easy to understand, trusted, and proven system to create the life that we love and choose. Today, I have the honor of Luciana, a working mom, and I'll leave the introduction to her. And yeah, hi, Luciana. Welcome to my
Hello.
page.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for having me today. Very good morning from Singapore. Okay, today is nice weather in Singapore. All right. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are. My name is Luciana. I'm originally from Indonesia, but I live in Singapore for the past 20 over years. All right. I'm a full-time working mom and also a digital business mentor. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Luciana, I want to uh, ask this question that I've asked everyone before. What was life before you started this digital business?
All right. Let me just share a little bit about my past experience. I mean, in the past, like, how's my life, why I before join the digital business owner. Actually, my life, I'm a normal. I mean, it's a normal working mom. I mean, ordinary like other mom, right? So my son now is 7 years old. So it started when my son born and when he was 9 months old. Actually, the doctor diagnosed him with soft muscle, and the doctor mentioned that there is a possibility that he can't walk and stand. So at that time, the doctor actually suggested for us to bring him to go through a lot of therapies, mainly physiotherapy at the start. So it started when he was 9 months old, and he go through physiotherapy for a few years. But of course, at that time, uh, it was my peak career at the same time. But I need to choose, between career or, I need to accompany him throughout his development. But of course, without work in Singapore is quite tough.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone knows, right? In Singapore, I think at least two-person still need to work,
yeah,
regardless, I mean, it can be done. I mean, it can, one person as a breadwinner, but with my condition at that time, I cannot, don't have job. So I downgrade myself and I just look for the normal job, just a 9 to 5 job, and just to be with him and with his regular therapy, especially because I need to be there. Some of the follow up, especially at the doctor appointment, right? In few months, definitely there are a few doctors that we need to attend. So we just continue life as per normal. We just need to maintain our expenses. Of course, we can't go holiday, we can't do a lot of things compared to the past before having him. Yeah, so this was my life, before I started this digital business.
I see. I mean, it must have been very tough with all the therapists. It must be really expensive, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, really tough. I mean, does it lead to this question where what made you step into this digital business?
Yeah, so as I shared, in the past, I just
Mm-hmm.
do a normal job, 9 to
Yeah,
5 job, as long that I have extra income that just to cover a little bit here and there. We
Mhm.
just maintain our expenses, but uh, never realize on. I would say that I would never think about join any business because when you say that the word of business, right? Definitely you need to have a lot of capital, a lot of time, which I really don't have. So I really never think about having business, uh, especially do extra time to do any part time or spend a lot of time beside my normal 9 to 5 job. So it happened when 2 years ago, when the pandemic hit, right? So that's where our finances is really, really, really affected
Mhm.
because with so little saving, and my husband actually experienced a pay cut. So
Oh,
at that year, the first year that COVID started, right, and cut pay cut is okay, but it happened twice on the same
wow.
year. Yeah, so I think it's very, very, very heavy on our part. So I was thinking, how can we continue with our therapies, right? Because therapist is not cheap. Every session is by hourly session, and
Yeah.
every week I still need to go. And having said that, haven't count the doctor follow up, right?
Oh,
Doctor
yeah.
follow up,
Yeah.
and yeah, so the doctor follow up is not, it's not only one doctor that he has to go through regularly. So that's why I cannot just sit down and do nothing because I worry so much at that time. So it just happened that I scroll through my Facebook and happened to see the ad, and it happened that I saw my mentor advertisement,
Mm.
and I saw her like having 3 children and still can manage her time. I really don't know how,
Yeah.
and she can be successful. I only have one, but I don't think I have that luxury of time at that time, right?
Mhm.
So I never think so much because by her sharing, right, she mentioned that why don't you check it out? It's just a 90-minute webinar and just to take a look whether this is something for you or not. So I never really hesitate because at that time it's really I'm quite uh, stress, and it's really like I don't know what kind of other solution that I need to find. So anything I will just want to take a look and try and take a look whether is it a legit business or not. So
Yeah.
this make me step in into this business until now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So that is my story why I really uh, step into this business, and why make me from don't want to do anything or don't want to step up from my comfort zone, even
Mhm.
though that the finances is really very tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my experience. Yeah, why I
Yeah.
jump in into this business.
I mean, like, same for me. I would never have thought of, going into any business. As a stay-at-home mom, everyone would
Mm,
think, what else do you want? You have all the time in
yeah,
the world. But
correct.
no money, I don't have enough money. I don't get paid
Yes,
as a stay-at-home mom.
yes,
And
correct.
like you said, it's 90
Mm,
minutes with no obligation, and
mm,
it's just for you to check it out. So
mm,
yeah, it was,
yeah,
I think, life changing for me. So I
right.
mean, for you, like when
Mm,
you step into this business, after stepping
mm.
into the business, how has this whole digital business, or after stepping into it, how has that changed your life?
Of course, when I found this business, right, I'm quite thankful and grateful because it does help my finances. But it's not only about financially that is more stable. I have really more time in terms of, because this business is so flexible. I can just do any time that I want. And as I mentioned earlier on, right, I don't really have extra time. If you ask me to take on any part-time job or any other business that is required me physically to be there, yeah. So this business is really life changing for me because financially I no need to think so much already compared to the during the pandemic. I it's
Yeah.
really like there are days it's really like I stand and think for quite a while because I really don't know what should I do at that time because
Mm,
it's really like either I don't continue with his therapy, but
mm.
will that help in his future? Which don't, right? Which really I don't want that to be happen.
You want
Yeah.
him
So
to keep improving.
yeah, yes, correct. And his development and growth definitely is important because at the end of the day, right? One day if really I something happened to me with this business, I can pass to him, and it's really like I can leave the legacy to him. So
Yeah.
isn't it like something that I can't find anything else to be honest outside there
Mm-hmm.
regarding of the time, regarding of the startup capital that is really affordable because in the past I really never think that it got such thing, got such thing, like hey, it's really, I can really do,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's really very, very thankful that I really found my solution. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing, right? Like, and
Mm.
like you said, uh, we can all do it. Like, why? How can we do it? Based on the business, actually by itself, we can't do anything because
Yes,
we
correct.
don't know anything about the technical stuff.
Yes, correct.
And the amazing thing is we have this uh, very comprehensive system. Am I right?
Yeah.
And
Mm.
it really help uh, every person from all
Mm.
walks of life.
Yeah.
We have seen grandmothers. We have seen really tech gundus like me who don't know anything to to do live to do anything at all on
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
It's amazing that we have the
Mm.
support of the community.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, do you have any advice for the audience or anyone watching now, or to share about
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
for my audience and everyone?
Yeah. I just want to have a short advice here. So, in terms of jump into this digital online business, right? There's no perfect time to start. Yeah, because uh, there will be a people who really like just graduated, join this business. Why? Because they see there's a potential to growth in the career in this business itself. Okay, there are people who really single and don't have family, right? Why? Because they see that they need to improve somewhere or they need to step up somewhere in order for them to improve their life. And of course, for us as a working mom or even you are a stay-at-home mom, there's no perfect time for you to start because the moment you come out from your comfort zone, and it will just help you in many ways. Of course,
Yeah.
I can't compare every single people. We have our own difficulty, our own life, our own finance finances situation maybe or even you can afford to start this business, but whether it's suitable for you or not is depends on you whether do you want to go in to sign up to Rebecca registered for the free webinar because it's just a 90 minute and there is no obligation. By doing that, you watch the 90-minute webinar, you will know roughly that um, whether this is something that is for you to just take a look, have a look, and then you will know if of course if this is something that no this is not for you, by all means, right? Because
Yeah.
we never even but as much as we want, we really want to help as much as people that
Yeah.
especially in our situation, no one will be able to help if we never step out from our comfort zone. Yeah, so that's I would like to encourage everyone to just have a look and just see whether this is something for you or not. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Luciana,
Yeah, you're
for your
welcome.
time. And I've shared with everyone, and I just want to say I'm inspired by all your stories, especially
Mm,
uh, you today. Thank you for sharing. With everyone. The reason why I asked you to come on is because I
mm,
am very inspired by how driven all of you are, and especially
mm,
when you said um, your son had to go through all the therapies and everything.
mm,
To me as a mom, I deeply understand, the fear, and to go through everything is not easy. So when we get to meet each other through this business, I am
mm,
really very happy, and I'm very motivated to see um, like leaders like all of you to,
mm,
yeah, to and be inspired by all of you to take the next step. So
mm,
anyone who is inspired by any of the stories that I've shared,
mm,
do take the next step, because we are here to help. And yeah, if anything that you need, we are here to answer your questions. So thank you, Luciana, for your time, and thank you everyone for watching. And we'll see you another day for another inspiring story. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Goodbye.
for having me. Bye bye.
Bye.